Normally saya selalu bawa dalam lebih kurang 50 to 100 ringgit lah. In case of emergency, saya dapat gunakan. Yang selebihnya saya gunakan e-wallet lah, bagi saya, pendapat saya.
I carry about less than usually 50 ringgit.
Okay, buat masa ni saya rasa memerlukan sedikit wang untuk digunakan sebab tak semua kedai, macam kedai-kedai kecil, kebanyakan dia tak guna sistem e-wallet lagi.
And you'll never know whether where you go they accept the cashless payments.
Akan datang ni bila kebanyakan perniagaan dan tempat-tempat ni dah menawarkan sistem macam ni, saya rasa lebih selamat lah. At least dalam kawasan bandar kita selamat untuk keluar tanpa bawa tunai.
To save paper costs and increase efficiency of payment systems, Bank Negara Malaysia has implemented a 10-year plan that will culminate in 2020, with the goal to accelerate countries' migration towards e-payments. Yet, despite efforts towards cashlessness, between 2014 to 2018, the amount of cash in circulation had continued to rise. In fact, until January 2020, only 5% of the nation's total daily payments are cashless. One cannot help but wonder if we Malaysians are simply not cut out for it. But is it so?
Saya, cik, saya. Cik, saya, cik.
Ini kopi fresh kan?
Mestilah fresh, cik. Ni baru sampai daripada Cameron Highland ni. Betul. Cik, ya, pakai email payment tak? Itu benda? Apalah. Apa tu? Apa tu?
Saya dengar orang muda cakap e-payment dia bayar tapi tak ada guna cashnya.
Macam mana nak menyaga tak guna cash?
Saya punya daughter pun cakap suruh saya buat e-payment, jangan bawa cash. Dia takut saya kena ragut. Dia tak tahu saya cepat ke itu motor tak buat. Kalau kena punya tapi saya rasa ini semua orang muda dia buat untuk buat kita confused tau.
Betul lah. Ya, tapi
guna cash senang bro.
Ya, guna cash senang. Sudah daripada zaman ini kita semua guna duit apa?
Guna timun fresh kan?
Fresh lah. Sudah cakap baru sampai dari Cameron Highland. Ni mau beli tak beli ni?
Masalahnya saya mau basi punya. Basi punya besok datang lah. Saya simpan. Tunggu dia basi dulu lah.
Ya.
Kamu buat kimchi.
Boleh. Besok lah. Ya.
So rather than physically exchanging banknotes and coins, we're transferring ringgit balances between one another electronically. So with this, we can reap the benefits of convenience and efficiency in the conduct of our daily financial transactions.
As the transaction doesn't actually involve the transfer of cash, whether it's through cards, e-wallets, or even online transfer, that's a cashless transaction.
Basically, going cashless means not using cash. Any other form of payment that does not use actual cash notes are deemed to be cashless payments. This will be like credit card, my debit card or our ATM card, e-wallets, whether it's Alipay, WeChat, local wallet like Touch and Go, Boost, GrabPay, Mcash, or even online transaction doing FPX and online transfer. Those are all considered as going cashless or cashless payment.
I think going cashless, it's because it's embracing something new. So most people tend to have reservations about adopting new ways of doing things. So it might involve some kind of mindset change or some kind of behavior change. But first of all, we have to gain an understanding of how it works. So these
two kind of have a little bit of resistance in terms of adopting it. Typically fall under the digital migrant category, which typically are from the older generation. And for digital migrants, there's always a perceived fear of adopting new technology, right? It was the same with social media back then. It was the same with smartphones back then. And you don't see that same level of concern they used to have.
The system as a whole and what we have worked with together with the industry is to ensure that cybersecurity remains on a top priority, protecting data and information of customers is a top priority for the system.
Businesses is a really powerful business enabler because, if you don't really have a sort of efficient cashless ecosystem, there's really no digital economy, right? There's really, one will argue that no thriving ecosystem of e-commerce could exist. Because at the end of the day, if you have to deal with the friction of paying in cash when you shop in Lazada or Shopee, there wouldn't be 11.11, 10.10, 9.9 and all these kind of festivals, right? And not to mention, the cost handling cash, the security issues that comes with handling cash for both banks and businesses. There's a lot of compelling reasons for different segments of society to really push for this cashless agenda.
Frankly speaking, okay, from a card perspective, today we are credit card perspective or even debit card perspective, it's all chip based. You see the little chip there. When you have the chip there, it's no more the old days of using the magnetic swipe, which is easily closed. Today with the chip base, you're almost down to almost 0% of any hacking, etc. with it, right? And on the phone perspective, today we have a lot of biometric capabilities to secure it, whether it's facial recognition or thumbprint, etc., or even the basic password and a combination of things, and that helps to secure things as well. So if you ask me today, I've got no worries, and a lot of people have no worries actually using cashless payment because there are not only one way of securing things, but there are multiple ways of securing the transaction.
That there's always an MDR cost associated with taking payments, right? But a lot of businesses don't consider that, this is the price of convenience to actually attract a wider base of customers. Sometimes when you don't have that cashless payment option available, some consumers may not want to patronize your store, especially these days where everybody is like preferring cashless payments versus handling physical notes.
BNM, since 2015, they have actually started to reduce the interchange rate. That has enabled the overall cost, what we call merchant discount rate, MDR, to the merchant being reduced gradually on a scheduled basis for over 5 years from 2015 to 2020. That has enabled businesses to say, oh, why not? It's getting better, and there's more consumer getting exposed to cashless payment, and the expectation of cashless payment has also increased among businesses. So sometimes we are at the stage that you almost have to stay competitive. A business needs to start accepting cashless payment.
Challenge, of course, is educating people, maybe in the semi-urban or less urban areas, that they have these. They have these. Actually, they have these tools available to them, but they need to. They're not using them at the moment, either due to maybe knowledge or due to concerns that we mentioned earlier.